So what made you become a wrestler?
I've always loved wrestling since I was a wee boy, like we all did. So I used to watch Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior and all these guys. Later on, in my teens, I started watching Stone Cold and like Shawn Michaels and these guys. So it's something I've always really enjoyed watching, and I've always played wrestling with my cousins or my family members and beating up my younger siblings. And eventually when I found a training school, because I didn't know there was any training schools until Jake the Snake put an advert in the Daily Record. And until then, I only thought you could go to Olympics, you know, the Olympic wrestling stuff, and all the Greco-Roman stuff. My dad was pushing me into that, saying you need to do that if you want to get into professional stuff, but it didn't seem the same. And then eventually Jake the Snake put the article in the paper, says there's a training school in East Kilbride. That was when I was 14 years old. I went to that every Sunday and I was hooked for my first training class. And now 15 years later, we're about to do the high road more. And it's an incredible journey. It's been fun. But to answer your question, I just always loved wrestling. It's always been something I've wanted to do. I don't remember a time where I didn't want to be a wrestler.
What is the hardest obstacle you've overcame as a wrestler?
The hardest, it's not a hard obstacle. Like when you get into wrestling, it becomes a family because you all like the same thing and everybody is passionate about the same thing. The difficult thing is when you tell other people, like I run a bar, I work in a pub, the Locale up in Denniston, and it's just full of local guys, old guys, and everyday guys you watch look in the street. But their idea of wrestling is, oh, it's just a kid on. You're not really hitting each other, and it's like it's not quite like that. If you want to find out how it is, come and try it. Like, get in the ring with. So the hardest thing to put up with is the bullshit you get for everybody that just thinks negative about it. But at the end of the day, I'm not here to impress them. I'm here to impress the wrestling fans. So I've never really found anything too difficult through wrestling. It's always came quite easy to me, the actual ability to do it. That's came quite easy to me rather than some guys have a lot of difficulty trying to do for just a forward roll. But the hardest thing I've had to do is just the ridicule for the other people. But it's like water off a duck's back.
So you said that it's like a family. How does it feel for guys like Noam Dar and Drew Galloway to go and
get there? Well,
get there into the big time?
When I first started training, Drew Galloway was there at my first class, and he was essentially the head coach. He'd been training for maybe a year or two before me, and he was just kind of filtering down what he'd learned to the rest of us. So me, Red Lightning, Kid Fight, even Lionheart, we all kind of came through together. And to see guys like him, he first went over in 2006 or 2007. He was young, he was 21 years old at the time, I was only 20, so it was great to see that it could be done. You know what I mean? He came from the same place we did, and it's good to see guys like Noam, who are another generation, who are new worldwide talents. Big Demo, he's over here with Nicky Glencross. There's loads of talent here in Britain. It's good that they're finally shining a light on it.
So what is the highlight of your career?
The highlight of my career is going to be tomorrow night. November 20th for every wrestler in Britain. That's the show you want to be on. And I'm going into the Hydro in front of 6,000 people tomorrow, defending the ICW World Heavyweight title inside a steel cage match. It doesn't really get much better than that. And if you'd have told me 15 years ago, when I was 14, just starting out training in a post office, that I would be wrestling in the biggest show in Britain in 34 years since Big Daddy fought Giant Haystacks in Wembley. This tomorrow night is definitely a highlight for me and probably every other wrestler on the show. Except for your Kurt Angle and your Dudley boys, but it's still a big deal to them. They know just the sheer magnitude of this. It's going to be a great show.
So you mentioned Big Daddy and that. World of Sport's coming back. Would you ever consider going on, if it became big again, would you ever consider going
Absolutely. I think World of Sport's going to be brilliant for British wrestling. The guys that are already involved in it are just going to become megastars and household names overnight. And if they ever fancy putting Wolfgang on there, then certainly I'd love to be part of it.
Yeah, with all the talented guys that have made it there, what's it like to now be mentioned? Because you've held the title that they held.
Yeah, guys like Drew Galloway, we made the ICW belt a world title. We took it to 4 different continents and defended it, so it's legitimately a world heavyweight title. Guys like BT Gunn, who was a great champion, Red Lightning, one of the best ICW champions there ever was, second longest, just to Drew Galloway, which is quite a feat. considering the amount of people that have held it. Guys like Jack Jester, they're all giant names, and certainly in ICW, but just they're worldwide talents. And to be put in that category now after 10 years of wrestling for ICW, it's quite an honour.
Right, so you've been wrestling a lot of time. Do you still get nervous before going into a match?
Yep, I've got a match in about 20 minutes time, and I'm sitting here talking to you. So I get nervous because you don't know what's going to go wrong. I mean, I'm confident in my ability, and I'm confident that the other guy knows what he's doing, and he's not going to do anything too daft to me. But you still get a wee bit of butterflies, and I think if you stop getting that, then you should stop doing it. Because if you're not excited about doing it, then you shouldn't be here.
So with that, what will you do when you finally call it a day in the wrestling?
I don't think I'll ever call it a day. I think eventually I'll stop wrestling and stop doing matches, but as far as being involved in wrestling goes, I'll always be doing it, because I run a training school, the Glasgow Pro Wrestling Asylum in Townhead. We opened up in 2014, so I'm not going to do that a long time. But it's helped me as a wrestler in the ring, and to see our trainees like Crowbar and the Sam Barber experience and Stevie James, all these guys are now getting some publicity on ICW, and they're getting guys that I've trained personally are now becoming wrestlers. It's great to see that, and I think that's always something I can do. As long as I can speak, I can teach you how to wrestle. So I don't think I'll ever quit wrestling.
Right, to wrap it up, with all the talent that's going to America, you stated before that you're not really interested. Do you ever consider going to America if you offer that?
The idea of living in Florida and working for the WWE, like, everybody wants to do that. The difference is I've never wanted it enough to push myself and do it. And 10 years ago, Red Lightning says to me, we don't need to go to America because we can make British wrestling as big as America and make them take notice of us. And that's exactly what's happened. Like, World of Sport's coming back on the ITV. That's not been on the telly for about 34 years. Tomorrow night we're selling 6,000 tickets in the Hydro, the biggest event in the European history in the last 34 years anyway. So you don't really need to go to America if you want to be a professional wrestler. You can do it here because of ICW, because the places like PBW and SWA and BCW, all these places in Scotland that are really putting on quality matches with quality wrestlers. There's no need. Why do you think the WWE have come to take Rome, have come to take Demo? Because we're all fucking brilliant. Everybody that's on the show these days are top quality talent. It's not like back in the day where you had guys that kind of did it, but they did one show every 6 months or something like that. The talent pool compared to now to then is incredible, and I'm glad to be involved in that. I'm glad that people are starting to take notice of us. So there's a slight desire to go to WWE and to go to the States, but it's not enough to make me really try to get it.
So my final question is, how does it feel that you set out all those years ago to make British wrestling great again when you've done it?
I don't think we're finished yet. I think there's still a lot to be done. I think we've changed the perception of wrestling. I think with ICW being over 18s, it's letting people that are like people. When I was say 14, 15, I used to love wrestling, and now later on I still love wrestling, but you don't like to go to these wee family shows where it's just kids and going boo yeah and stuff like that. You like to get a bit meaty about it. So I don't think we're done yet. I think there's still a lot to be done. I just think we're changing the perception of wrestling so far.